You have any feral cats around there?
Probably there's a lot of farms around here, and usually if
Yeah.
there's farm cats, and I'll see them around. I'll see cats here and there running across the street and stuff. So
Yeah.
possibly, but I kind of have it. Well, I did have like a half door kind of open, so it's because it gets so
Mm.
hot already.
Hmm.
But not for
Sure.
me.
Okay, let's rock and roll. All right. Gaia session August 3rd, 2025. Surrendering to unconditional love. Our beams, our beacons fully illuminated, our energetic spines fully plugged in to Source Creator. Receiving unconditional love flooding in, cascading down our beams. We welcome it into our crown. Receive unconditional love into our physical body, surrendering to that, allowing ourselves, all of our blood, our tissues, just absorb and relax, absorb and relax. Our cells open, open, and emit, transmit, relay to creator appreciation for the divine light that is saturating us. Our physical bodies relax and our logical thinking minds take a back seat as we surrender fully to the unconditional love, opening our hearts and intentionally pouring that unconditional love into our energy bodies. Our energy bodies receive, expand, and brighten. Our energy bodies being filled with that unconditional love. Our physical bodies fully relaxed, and our energy bodies, we circle up. In the center of our circle is a golden sphere. The golden sphere is small, but it begins to grow larger and larger and larger. It gently lands on our laps, where our energy centers easily connect to the golden sphere and fill it with love for Gaia. We love you, Gaia. Honoring Gaia, holding Gaia, fully connected to Gaia, cradling Gaia. We float and we arrive at the council chambers, connecting to Alexandria, the head of the council. Welcome. Or we have had many deliveries with a rhythm, but the closest correlation that I can provide those would be there is a rhythm to what you refer to as a child skipping. There's a sense of joy and happiness, and there's a rhythm to that. It is one foot after another, and mm, it provides a unique way of transporting oneself as opposed to walking in the physical. Skipping the joy, the happiness, the childlike freedom. There's somewhere to get, there's somewhere to go that you wish to get there and arrive sooner rather than later. It's speaking from a time point reference in the physical. So, skipping correlates for the rhythm, the joy, and the childlike attributes. For there is, just as there are many versions of you, the versions of Gaia blossoming, uh, there is a version, a very, you usually see the mother Gaia, the caretaker, the provider, the nurturer, however you wish to see it, nurturing those upon her in her realm. But this also, this aspect of her childlike aspect is for you understanding. If you were to look at yourself in layers, you could see Gaia in layers. So we will fully focus in on the childlike, the birthing of this adolescence version of her that is very minimally seeded into the physical. But this will support her versioning, her layers. In other words, we will be fully connected and we will be rhythmically providing joy and full support of her childlike attributes in this version. But again, there's a connection to her physical version, but this version of her is the expanded growth that further transmissions and further providings mature her more for the new arrival, alternate arrival, so to speak. But we'll be supporting this version of her, which will also support her physical, the mother, if you wish. For our delivery, it will only be of core counsel, with the exception of one being that will be much like a conductor or a director, with the rhythm and the joyful, the playful tonalities. For us in the council chambers now, we are receiving, just absorb and receive. I will not elaborate on what it is, but feel the freedom for those of you who are in the physical as your dominant awareness that you bring here. The joy when you used to skip as a child, the anticipation, the happiness as you are absorbing, bring that in. Bring in the rhythm of that childlike joy and that rhythm of exploring as a child likes to explore and learn. Imagination, yes, that as well. Let that be fully and deeply resonant with you as you receive. Because as we will disperse to this aspect of Gaia, as we will be generally on landing points, but it will be very faint landing points, different than when we arrive around Gaia's mother aspect. In this disbursement, we will wait for the conductor, continue to absorb, wait for the conductor to begin, and that let your childlike aspirations and skip around in rhythm and movement of what is conducted to you, providing the joy, the rhythm, and the movement that will be sent to us. We're almost completely absorbed. Our landing points will be slightly illuminated, but then the illumination will diminish, but you will, that will be your starting point. You will not necessarily remain there, but you will know where to skip to, where to frolic, where to play. We are ready. The conductor is ready. We will go now. Again, it is going to be slightly different energy because it is not the full attribute that you are most familiar with. Each of them, I'll just refer to them as a landing point, is pulling you there. We are almost all in our places. We will wait for the conductor. Remember what you absorbed and be ready to skip, dance, enjoy in the harmony of joy and frolic, delivering what the conductor and what you have absorbed. And the ensemble begins now. the landing point will initially guide you, but then you will no longer need that guidance. You will be scurrying around, frolicking around, skipping around, floating around. And what you absorbed, you provide, but also what the conductor is delivering the rhythm, the joy, and the movement. Feel the full connection to this aspect, this childlike aspect, in the playful motions, in the anticipation and exploring. Remember the imagination, fully embody that imagination and impart that imagination, for this is the new blossoming, the versioning of Gaia that is center point, I will say. And I will not elaborate as to not cause you to dwell on what I am relaying, but it is more important for you to dwell on your full connection with this childlike aspect, and you to explore with it, and you to imagine with it, and you to be joyful with it, and you to be childlike with it. Yes, yes, skipping around. Remember what the conductor is flowing to you, because it is important in part of the delivery. And what you have fully absorbed, you are delivering as well. Frolic with her, imagine with her, explore with her. Frolic, joy, skipping, dancing. Your direction is natural as the naturalness of what you absorbed, and what the conductor is sending flows through in completeness with her in this version of her. Getting to know this version of her, harmonizing with this version of her, and integrating. Because part of the integration, part of the assimilation, as you will bring some of this back to the physical, those for you in the physical, and this will assist to easily explain it. You anchor in some of these energies, which acclimates is the word, acclimates for the bursting through of the other aspects of the mother Gaia, maturing the child. Yes, 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 explore, feel her. Combine with this child, laugh, imagine. What you have absorbed is almost now provided, and she is quite gleeful. It is well dispersed, I will say. The conductor is still conducting the ensemble, but it is winding down. Now, all of our directional points that we have initiated on, we now gather in close proximity to each other as the conductor is last, and there is the aspect that we are supporting, the core of this childlike aspect, this new blossom. We are surrounding it, and what the conductor is sending now is fully to be transmitted in unison. We begin now. Joy, imagination, imagine, the versioning, the incorporating, the beauty, the harmony. Is almost complete. You will know exactly the appropriate amount to absorb. Those of you in the physical to anchor in, to further assist and acclimate. For of the mother is the child, of the child is the mother. Yes, perfect. The conductor is finished. There is, you would say, his wand is pointing and is going through this, the core, so to speak. It is slightly different, but the beam connected within the beam. It is similar to your beams. And allowing the energy from his wand to open up that pathway a little bit more from the mother and child, for there is much to teach and much to expand and much to flourish. For the mother has experience, the mother has wisdom, and the mother can impart, but the child also imparts to the mother. The conductor is complete. Now, honoring, sealing off those in the physical, you know you're the appropriate amount. It is not that you are saturated with it, you have absorbed some. Good, good, good. We can return to the council chambers. Mm. Well placed, well incorporated, and well infused with that joy and imagination. And any observations and musings, I am quite pleased with, and it appears the conductor is quite pleased as well. I will be convening with the conductor to initiate some furtherances. This is a deep part, so you know this aspect is taking center point, center stage in many of my focuses. It does not mean that this core council will be focusing solely. It will not be that. The further support for the physical mother, as we'll refer to, what we are familiar with. Any musings or observations? There is no processes for those in the physical to anchor any of the energies. It is transmitted when you are out in nature, and it is, as you would say, dosage or time release. It is natural, does not take necessarily any intention. However, if you wish to embody the knowing and the conscious providing of the child blossom, it is welcome as well. Well done. Until we meet again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Exiting the council chambers. We love you, Gaia. We honor you, Gaia. Floating back, floating back. We love you, Gaia. We gently land. The golden sphere begins to shrink, 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 shrink. Our energy centers come back, 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 back. And we receive a shower from Creator, refreshing us, supporting us, and eliminating the energies that may not serve us if there were. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I gotta find the area.